Welcome to the Fitmama podcast, where it's all about gaining your health back as a busy woman and mom, and doing it without sacrificing time with your family or business. Here is your host, mompreneur and Fitmama health coach, Angela Campbell.
Hey, Fit Mompreneur community, I'm excited to talk to you guys today about the 5-part formula to help lose belly fat less and less time. Let's lose some belly fat. Let's keep it off, right? So I'm going to talk about that today. So definitely, if you're hopping on live, say hi. If you're catching this later on our podcast, because we do upload these trainings onto our podcast, definitely make sure you're in our community. You can go to acfitmama.com/Facebook and make sure that you get in there. If you're watching live stream right now in our community, say hi and let me know that you are here. I will also tell you that what I'm going to go over with you today, the 5 steps that I'm going to share with you today about losing belly fat. I have a guide for this as well too. Exactly what I'm about to tell you is in a guide that you can actually access, and you can put just guide in the comments below, and I will send it over to you today where you can download it. Inside our community here in our Fit Mompreneur community, you can actually have a free account to our dashboard where a lot of these things are at this guide, as well as some of the recipes we gave away a few months ago and some other things as well too. So again, if you want the full guide where I'm really breaking down what I'm going to say today, put guide in the comments and I'll get it over to you. If you're already a VIP coaching member, like you're going through our programs, like you've got access to this in our membership area already, right? So I'll make sure you know where to find it. The key to losing belly fat is something that we focus on, and again, we focus on these 5 aspects. And that's where I truly feel it is so important to not just focus on one thing, and to focus on the full picture. If you truly want to lose the belly fat, you truly want to lose the weight that you've probably been trying really hard to lose, but nothing is changing. If you're in a place in your life and you're in that season of life where you have more belly fat than you ever have, and you have no idea how to get rid of it, you're working out really hard, or you're eating clean, it's not going away, then this is for you, okay? So if you can relate to any of that I just said, put me down below, and let me know for sure. So let's dive right into it. If belly fat is one of your problems, this is the number 1, maybe it's the number 2 area that you are not happy with, the area that you want to get rid of, then just put belly fat in the comments. It's usually number 1 on the list when I'm having conversations in a messenger, or when we get on Zoom calls together, or all the things that we do together. Number 1 area that usually comes up is belly fat. And I am one that I want to really put hope and let you understand that there is a way to get rid of it, and you can get rid of it utilizing these 5 things, focusing on these 5 things. Okay. And there's a way. You have to give yourself patience, and you have to focus on all of them, and you need to do it all in baby steps. Trying to go all in from day 1 and tackle everything is a recipe for failure, setting yourself up for failure, right? So let's get into all 5. Again, if you want the full guide after this, just put guide in the comments and I'll get it sent over to you, or make sure that you have access so that you can download it, and you can keep this. Okay, if you're in our VIP programs, especially our 12-week one, we're walking you through these one by one, 1 week at a time. Okay, so the very first thing, okay, and if you're listening, I want you to put habits in the comments if you're able to type. Okay, I know some of you guys are probably listening while you're at work or driving or doing different things. You may not be able to type. If you can, I want you to type the word habit below in the comments. What's up, you guys? I'm just now seeing comments by pulling this up versus I can't see them on my phone for some reason. So, hey, Shauna, there they are. They're coming up. I don't know why it's such a massive delay. But you guys, habits, okay? Number 1 step to this formula is habits, okay? And what do I mean by that? Okay, there's change habits in your lifestyle, okay? Don't focus on a diet. Don't focus on restriction. Stop dieting, okay? Focus on habits instead of diet. Okay, and if you've ever heard me in any of my videos, I talk about this a lot, so it may sound like a broken record, but it's okay, because I want to be a broken record, so it can, by the 1500th and second time that you hear me say this, or anybody else say this, know that there's truth behind it. Change your habit, change your lifestyle, stop dieting. That's step number one. You guys, if you're someone that has tried all the trends out there, no, you're not alone. Guys, there's so many out there now in today's world. But from a professional standpoint, from my experience helping women and going through things myself over my journey, one of the worst things that you can do is jump on the newest bandwagon that comes out every month. Like, there's always different things out there that are going to promise big changes on your scale. You guys, there's a difference. You want to get rid of belly fat, or do we just want to see a different number on the scale? This is where you need to change your mindset wrapped around it as well too. It's not an overnight thing, you guys. We don't lose belly fat overnight. Okay, so you have to practice patience. So put patience in the comments. I know these are things that aren't appealing. These are things that aren't really like, oh yay, I can't wait to be patient, right? And change the one thing at a time. Like, I want instant results right now. But the problem is, if you're chasing the instant results and constantly trying new things, you're doing yourself more harm, and you are causing the belly fat buildup by doing this. Okay, so if belly fat is something you are trying to get rid of, you have to be patient and know that you're not alone. You've got so many women in this community right now that I know are on the same page. This is a safe place to love on each other, share your journey, your good days, your bad days, all the things, and have support. But the first thing is create healthy habits, not dieting. Okay, so start with small baby steps. I know when we start one of our VIP programs, what we do is we literally start with one thing at a time. It is super simple. Okay, and there's little things like drinking water, making sure you're getting fiber, making sure you have enough protein in your nutrition, make sure you're eating some omega fats. These are healthy fats that help also fight belly fat, but also overall health. You guys, when you change your lifestyle, you can slowly get rid of the belly fat, okay? But if you're chasing the quick fix just to see a number change on the scale, and that's all you're obsessed over, then you're very likely not going to see near as much change where you really want it. So again, it's another mindset shift. We got to get away from the scale and that number dictating us. If that's something that screws your mindset up, stay off of it. Like, get a sledgehammer and smash that thing. If that is something that kills your mindset on a daily basis. I see it every day. This is why I talk about it all the time. Because it will screw up your mindset on if that's all we obsess over. Okay, so again, step number one is create healthy habits, not diet. Change your lifestyle. You guys, in your lifestyle alone, what do I mean by that? Like, limit eating out, limit sugary drinks. Lifestyle, can you have a sugary drink? Maybe you like a Coke. We'll have it one day a week instead of every single day, right? If you like a glass of wine, have it 1 to 2 days instead of every single night. Like, this is what I mean by changing your lifestyle. Changing habits, like making sure you're drinking enough water. You guys, that is one of the most important nutrition habits that we dive into in our program. It's just water, you guys, but you have to drink it on a daily basis, a lot of it, so that your body can function at its optimal levels. Just something as simple as water, you guys, can start to change your world, can help you change your energy levels, can help your digestive system actually function so that you can go to the restroom every day. You guys, little things like that, believe it or not, these are topics that we think about. And so get rid of the dieting aspect, is because if you truly want to lose belly fat, but also enjoy life and not always feel like you're the mom in the corner eating out of the Tupperware because I can't eat what I just cooked my family because it's not on my restrictive meal plan or doesn't follow the rules of all this plan, this diet that I'm following, right? You can't live like that long term. Can you do that short term? Sure, if you want to. But the biggest things that we teach to help truly see the changes in your belly fat is changing your lifestyle habits. We call it the lifestyle habit approach, is what we use in our programs, you guys. We change your life, and we do it one tiny little thing at a time. So that by the end of the program, it is a new lifestyle that you are living on a regular basis. And now you can intuitively eat that way, not always have to follow rules and stipulations, right? Number two, besides lifestyle habits, you guys, habits instead of diets. Okay, again, put habits in the comments if you're listening. I want this to be instilled in your mind, in your brain as you go forward. Habits. Angela said habits, not diet, habit. The next fad diet that comes up and that promises this huge goal in such a short period of time. Remember, okay, yeah, I can see a number on the scale, but will my belly fat really go away? No, you're going to build up more. Okay, especially if you're restricting calories. Number 2 is simplifying nutrition and focus on gut health. Okay, let's just say gut health right here. Gut health is so key and it's so important. You guys, everything stems from our gut, okay? Your energy stems from your gut. How you're functioning mentally stems from your gut. How you're going to the bathroom on a regular basis or not stems from your gut. How bloated you feel stems from your gut, right? And eating, so what do I mean by that? Simplifying nutrition, meaning stop following so many rules, which I already talked about that. There's so many diets out there that you have to restrict. You have to cut this out and cut that out and cut this out. Like, simplify it. Again, one of the things we do in our programs is we focus more on lifestyle changes, but we focus on the most simple aspects of nutrition that a lot of things are missing. Yes, eat fruits and vegetables. Yes, eat some greens. Yes, get plenty of protein. Yes, make sure you're getting enough fiber. Yes, make sure all these things also, guess what they do? They focus on gut health. You can create a healthier gut by changing your lifestyle and how you eat. Okay, we don't, do some of our women take products? Absolutely, we've got some amazing gut health products. If you want info on the product, put product below and I'll share that info. But the bigger purpose isn't just let's pushing a product. We focus so much more on gut health with what you eat. Okay, if it when I say what you eat, cleaning up your nutrition, whole health, whole foods. Put whole foods in the comments. Okay, there's a method and the reason behind. We also teach a habit of doing something like meal prepping. How many of you guys actually meal prep? Put meal prep in the comments if you actually meal prep. And if you don't, it's okay. No, you're human. But starting the habit of it, why? Because it will create a better lifestyle habit for you to eat better foods that are whole foods, foods that you actually cooked and you have control of what is in those foods versus a drive-through or even a restaurant. Yeah, guys, you can get the healthiest thing on a menu at a restaurant. There's always going to be extra stuff in it so that it tastes good, so that you enjoy it, so that you have a great experience at the restaurant, okay? And there's always extra stuff in it, you guys, regardless. If you don't have control, you have no idea what's going totally in the food, okay, then that's where it starts to become a little bit of a problem. Anything processed, you guys say no to processed, okay? Type that in the comments, say no, if this is something you guys do a lot. Do you have to cut it out for the rest of your life every single day, never have it again in your life? No, I'm not saying to cut it out forever. There's going to be moments in your life and your seasons of your life and sometimes when you have no choice. I would rather you eat something like that than skip meals. Okay, but gut health is so important part of losing belly fat. Because if your gut is not healthy, you can be eating clean all day long, but your body is not going to absorb the good nutrients you're trying to put in it. Your body is not going to respond very well to the workouts that you're doing if your gut is not in a healthier fashion. Now, like I said, can you do supplements? Sure. But here's the thing, the baby step approach that we use, again, it's all about teaching you how to eat so that you have a healthier gut. And guess what else you have when you have a healthier gut? Energy. How many of you guys can use more energy? Put energy in the comments. If you could use more energy, put energy. Okay, that's the two things that I usually hear the most when I'm having conversations with women that are struggling in this department. They're usually sick and tired of being tired physically, like they have no energy to do things. Stems from your gut, you guys. Okay, and then the other thing is they're tired of what they see in the mirror and the belly fat. It's driving them crazy. Like they're unhappy. They avoid situations like going to the pool with their family because they don't want anybody to see it. Or they won't even go out. Some women get to a point where they literally won't go out, period, not even in clothes, because nothing feels comfortable around their belly. Some women that I've spoken to lately, like this mad stomach bug, and we start to look at food. Sometimes it's what you're putting in your mouth, and if it's eating out often, it's very likely a part of it. Okay, so if you can use all these things. So number one, again, focus on habits, not diets. Number two, simplified nutrition and gut health. You guys, gut health is so important. Okay, can't stress that enough. Here's number 3, resistance training. 30 minutes. Okay, it's all you need, you guys. You do not, here's another thing that I see holding so many women back. And some women that I can tell you right now, if you don't have even 30 minutes of your time that you feel like you can carve out 30 minutes, and start with 10. Any video I've ever talked about, you guys probably hear me say the word 10 a lot. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Put 10 in the comments right now if you're someone right now that cannot find time for yourself. You're having a really hard time finding time to work out, finding time to meal prep, finding time to even focus on your own mindset because the kids are running around and you got 20 million hats you're wearing, right? Then start with 10 minutes. But at minimum, what I love to help women do too is figure out that, you know what? You can lose belly fat. You can get in shape. You can tone and lose weight at the same time. Yes, you can. I truly believe it because I see it and I love to practice it. Why? Because we do resistance training. Resistance training can be resistance bands. You guys, resistance training can be body weight. You don't need Olympic style equipment just to get some resistance training in. You can use your body weight. You can use your resistance bands. I think that's some I love. I recommend if you need some. It's somewhere here in the group, or I can tag you in it, or I can put it below if you need help finding bands on Amazon. It's my favorite place. You can also use dumbbells. You guys, dumbbells is usually what we use the most. Now, if people have access to gyms or they're going to the gyms, they prefer to go to gyms, they have a barbell equipment, all that, great. But I'm here to tell you right now the most simplest way, 30 minutes resistance training. That's a little bit of strength, a little bit of cardio. A little bit of strength, a little bit of cardio. Combine the both. If you want to lose belly fat, don't go just do nothing but running. It's not going to help because you're not going to build muscle. When it comes to the fitness piece of it, you're not going to build muscle by doing long distance running every day. Now, can you do something like a mile a day? Heck yeah. We're doing it right now in my VIP group. All of us are doing a mile a day. On top of our resistance training or the other things that we have already planned. Just 30 minutes a day, though, you guys, you can truly get the results you want by adding some resistance training, 30 minutes a day. In any of those formats, okay? But it can be super effective. I'm a big fan of shorter, sweeter, more effective workouts. Shorter, sweeter, more effective workouts. You don't need an hour. You don't need 2 hours in the gym, you guys. You don't need it. I see so many women, again, holding themselves back from working out at all because they think, man, if I can't get a full hour in, then what's the point? Please change your mindset. If you can get 10 minutes in, that's 10 minutes better than nothing. So always remember that. Start with 10. If you can't get 30, start with 10. And prove to yourself you can. Build some confidence around it. Build some consistency, and then go to 15. Go to 15 to 20, and then 20 to 25, and 25 to 30. Baby steps. You get what I'm saying here, right? Baby steps with your nutrition. Baby steps with your fitness. But you definitely can utilize doing resistance training. As you start doing resistance training, more weights, you're going to build more lean muscle. You guys, the more lean muscle we have, the more fat we burn, okay? You can burn more fat utilizing weights. Weights are your friend, ladies. Say weights are my friend in the comments if you're watching and listening. Weights are your friends. Don't be scared of them, and don't be scared to increase either. As you get stronger, because you will, even if you're starting out with all body weight stuff, you will get stronger, I promise. Utilizing weights is a great way to do it. Or just your body weight, either one. Here's number 4. Manage your stress. You guys put stress in the comments right now if you are stressed out. Stress is a key factor to belly fat and lack of ability to lose weight. But here's the thing. None of us have a switch that we could just flip it and stress be gone. I wish we could. Man, do I wish we could. Then life wouldn't be near as interesting, I guess, right? Managing your stress is something that you need to really, really, really strive. And here's what I usually say too to some women that are really, really struggling more mentally than there are anything else. Start with your stress. Start with your stress. Start with your mental health. Okay, and then slowly incorporate the nutrition and the fitness. Because you can start eating cleaner and you can work out, but if your stress is especially at a chronic level, then it's going to take a lot longer to get your results and even lose the belly fat. Why? Because it affects everything. Your stress affects your hormones. Your stress, we have hormone problems enough, you guys. We're women. We got enough of it. But when you throw stress on top of it, and the stress is a few areas that I'm going to share with you, you guys. Stress can be so unhealthy to the body and creates a lot of inflammation. in your body, in your gut. Okay, I talked about gut health on number 2. This plays a role in it as well too. When we do our Jumpstart Detox programs, this is on whole foods, eating all these healthy ways. And it also, the second aspect of it is mindset and stress. We have to learn how to manage our stress. We all have different levels of stress some days. And guys, just being a mom is stressful. Like, you know what, if you can relate to this, just put mom in the comments. Let me know that I'm not alone here. And it doesn't matter how old your kids are, because my kids are 3 and 6, so mine are small. So sometimes the stress is like, they're not listening. They're all over the place. They're climbing. They're here. They're there, right? Or you've got grown kids, or you've got teenagers. So let's go to teenagers. They're starting to drive. Like, they don't want to be around you much anymore because they're teenagers. It's what they do. It's what we all did probably at that age, right? So there's another level of stress. Stress of like, are they going to be safe driving from here to there, right? And then you've got your grown kids that have grandbabies. Like, you're at the day you become a mom, there's a stress that's engraved in you because of your worry as a mom. So that alone, it's just going to look different every single day, right? It's going to look different in different seasons of life. But when you throw, maybe you're in a financial place of stress right now, or maybe it's job stress because you've got deadlines and all these things going on, right? Maybe it's sickness in your family. Maybe it's sickness in your spouse or yourself. Or, I mean, guys, the list can go on and on about stress, okay? Here's some other things that are also stress to our bodies that we don't usually think about. What's your sleep look like? How much sleep are you getting? Not enough sleep, extra stress on your body, okay? Not enough food, okay? I've talked about this in previous videos. We did a training a couple weeks ago. If you didn't see it, I went into way more detail on what your body does when you don't feed it enough. That's another stress on your body, okay? You can't stay low restrictive under calorie for a really long time. Guess what that does to your metabolism? It goes from up here to nothing. Okay, so not eating enough fuel, not eating enough food, the right food, the good, the quality food. Not all calories are created equal, you guys. But eating way too low or starving yourself is another form of stress. So if you're listening right now and this resonates with you right now, I want you to think about how much you're eating. And if you have zero, you have no idea, track for a day or two. You'll be surprised. I've had women do this and they're like, I'm not even getting 1,000 calories a day. Yes, but they thought they were eating clean. They're not eating enough. Okay, it's just another stress. So when I say manage your stress, being formula piece number 4, you got to do a couple of things to do that. Managing your stress can be something as simple as meditation, personal development. If you do a habit right now for managing your stress, put it in the comments. Tell us what you do. Okay, some of the most simplest ones that we do, like in our program, sometimes is literally just put a timer on your phone 3 times a day that goes off. And when that goes off, I want you to stop in the moment and do nothing but take some deep breaths. Guys, it's 3 minutes of your day. You can totally create 3 minutes of your day for yourself. I promise. And do it, lock yourself in the bathroom. Spend an extra minute in the bathroom when you go to the bathroom. If you need to do it in there. Whatever works for you and however you can get it in. Managing your stress, though, is crucial to your belly fat, yes, but even more so to your overall health. You guys, I've seen people that are in such chronic stress because of life and situations and different things they're going through, and they didn't have any sort of habits that they were creating to help reduce it and help manage it, that it literally they're starting to have some really serious health issues that are very scary. Stress can slowly kill you on the inside, you guys, and not to mention create belly fat build up because of all the things that you're doing to your body and your hormones, okay? And so personal development, I'm a big believer in it. And I'm an advocate, and I truly believe you got to find something that works for you. Jill, thank you so much for sharing yours. Just breathing and quiet music. Yes. When you're having a moment of massive, or it doesn't even have to be massive stress, you guys, it can just be any stress. Quiet time is so powerful. Quiet time, I love to turn on my worship music quietly in the background a lot of times when I'm working so that I don't let myself get stressed. Just from even working or with the kids, turn off the TV and just throw some quiet, soothing music on. Meditation, there's some amazing apps that can help with some guided meditations. Here's another thing, work out. I can't tell you enough, like when you're in a chronic level of stress too, the worst thing you can do is hardcore crazy workouts. When you're in a high level of stress, something you can do is use your workout for your release. Guys, your workout can be so much more than just trying to lose weight. It can be literally your stress reduction. Get more rest. Rest. What is that? How do I get more rest, Angela? I've got small kids and they don't go to bed. I get it. I'm in that phase right now. It's summertime, so our bedtime routine went out the window, and now it's like, oh, but it's affecting me because my kids aren't going to bed as early. And so I have to give myself grace, honor your body, and sleep in just a little bit more than normal. Read whatever works for you, but you got to find ways to manage your stress, because stress on your body is in all kinds of different forms. But the more you stay stressed out, not managing it, the more harm you're doing for your body, as well as your belly fat, you guys. It's really a big purpose of today's training is all about the belly fat. You got to learn to manage your stress. Maybe get closer to your faith. I know one of the things that's truly helped me and changed my mindset is my faith. Put faith below if that's something that's important to you and that you utilize. Getting closer to my faith, spending more time in prayer, listening, reading devotionals. I start my morning when I do my workouts with usually Stephen Furtick's one of my favorites. Just listen to one of his sermons. It helps my mindset. And more than anything, it's helped me stop worrying so much, stressing so much, and just realizing, you know what? God always has a plan and it always works out. So I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm not stressed over this. I'm just going to let it go. And that's definitely been a game changer for me personally. And some of the women said, but you got to figure out what works best for you, right? And here's the last piece, number 5. This may be something you deal with and it may be not. But the last one I want to say is we have to get over the guilt of taking care of ourselves. Ditch the guilt. Maybe it's mom guilt, or mom guilt is a very common one. Again, especially in a season of life when your kids are smaller. And maybe it's not, but ditching the guilt and becoming selfish. We'll call it be selfish. Again, if you want this full guide where all this is written out, put guide below. You can download it in our membership portal. Everybody gets free access to it that's a part of this community. But you have to ditch the guilt. Put ditch the guilt below in the comments if you're listening now, because the guilt can eat us alive and keep us from being the healthier versions of us. But guess what it'll also do? Your guilt will keep you from showing up the best version of you for your family, for your kids, for your teams. A lot of women in here are entrepreneurs. Maybe it's your team that you're striving so hard to show up for because you want to lead them to success. But you can't lead them to success if your cup is empty. You can't be there for your kids if your cup is empty. You can't really be the sweet, passionate, supportive wife that you want to be if your cup is empty. You can't be the best, even show up for your grandkids if your cup is empty. So we have to learn that it's okay to put ourselves first. If anything, it's necessary. So ditching the guilt that eats you alive from, if I do this though for myself, then I'm taking money away from my family. If I do this for myself, then I'm taking time away that I could be present right now with my kids. Well, guess what? If you don't take care of yourself and take that time for yourself, when you are physically present for your kids, you may not be very mentally present. That was a wake-up call that I had to learn, because I thought I was present. I've worked from home since my little girl was born. She's 6 now, and in different opportunities and multiple incomes. But I really wasn't present. I was physically in the room, but I really wasn't present because I couldn't be. I wasn't filling my cup. I was killing myself trying to do everything else except for take care of me. So the 5th piece of this, you guys, is we have to be okay with being a little selfish. We have to be okay with letting the guilt go and realizing the importance of you have to be first. And because if we're not, again, we're going to have a really hard time, and we're going to have a really hard time doing all the other things that I said. We're going to have a really hard time enjoying life, changing our lifestyle instead of always following a diet, actually sticking to it long term. In long term, if you ditch the guilt and help realize that you have to be on the priority list. Mommy first, me first. Put me first in the comments if this is the part that you needed to hear the most. So you can always remember me first. Why? So I can show up to be the better version of me for everybody else. Me first so I can show up the best version of myself for them. Okay? You have to put yourself first. Okay? And if you don't, all these other things, the previous steps aren't going to flow, and the belly fat isn't going to go away near as fast as you want them to. So again, you have to focus on all. So recap, step number 1 is stop dieting and start working on changing your lifestyle habits. Baby step it, one thing at a time. Please be careful. Please be patient. Be patient. Number 2, focus on the simplified pieces of nutrition. Just start with water, you guys. If you're struggling right now, like I'm going to ask you, like, how much water do you drink a day? And if you know the answer to that, put it in the comments. Start there. There's your first nutritional habit. Drink enough water. Drink enough. Minimum 80 ounces is usually what we do. Focus on your gut health. Gut health, again, can be in a couple different ways. If you want the products that some of us use, put products in the comments. I'll share that. But more so, it's all about cleaning up your food, whole foods, eat at home, stop eating out, stop going towards the heat and eat kind of meals. They're full of a lot of unhealthy things that create more of the belly fat buildup and all the other health issues that we have. Resistance training, 30 minutes maximum. You don't need a full hour, you guys. But again, start with 10 minutes if that's all you have. It's always better than nothing. Stop telling yourself, well, if I can't get an hour, I'm not going to do it. It's pointless. Wrong. 10 minutes at minimum. But you can literally do 30 minutes a day and 30 minutes be your max and have amazing results. Okay? Manage your stress. Stress, and ditch the guilt. And you guys, you do all this full circle. This is what does this do? Yes, it will help you start to get rid of the belly fat because you're focusing on the full picture. You're not just following a diet. It'll help you on the full picture. You're not just starting to run and getting your workouts in, but not focusing on anything else. Okay, you can do all of these if you baby step tiny things one at a time instead of trying to go all in and go 7 days a week on workouts, but you're not focusing on anything else. So you're not going to see the results you want to see. Or you're cutting out every single carb, or I mean, there's diets out there, you guys, that tell you no fruit, no veggies, no this, no that. That's all I'm going to say on that one. Eat whole foods, eat balanced lifestyle, and you can actually stick to it long term. So you guys, that's all I got. If you've got questions, drop them below or get in my inbox. My inbox is always open. I'm happy to chat with anybody. Again, if you said guide, I'll share with you where you can download it. And that's all I got, you guys. Y'all have an amazing day. And we'll chat soon again. All of these episodes get uploaded to our podcasts every Monday, new episode. So if you like these and you want to hear these, but don't always feel like you want to always have to dig for them in a Facebook group, definitely subscribe to the podcast. You'll get those as well too. Put podcasts below and we'll get that to you as well. So y'all have an amazing day and we'll chat soon.